theory.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you once again for being here with me. It's gonna be interesting show, that's for sure. So thank you, everybody. Guys, it's been a crazy week, that's for sure. And honestly, I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of things have been going really fast this week, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of scary what to be thinking about. Freaking the world is at war as we speak, and Twitter is on fire. BTS is leaving. We have some crazy domestic abuse with one of the top streamers out there. I mean, it is insane right now. It is insane. But the cool thing is that, hey, well, I don't know. We have nothing to say. That's the crazy thing. But let's get started. How about that? So welcome back once again, everybody. My name is Chris, and this is Great in Theory. This is actually one of my very first live broadcasting. That's right. We usually go on podcasts. Go ahead and check it out. We're on Spotify and iTunes. So you can go check us out. This is actually episode 32, and this is the very first visual one. So for all you guys out there, thank you for joining me. That's pretty cool. Those are fun episodes. Go check them out. Me and my former co-host Frankie, we had a blast doing those shows, and they're there for you guys to get entertained. So that's what's happening for sure. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. BTS is heading to the military. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is sad. Now, let me tell you a little about BTS. If you don't know, BTS is a K-pop group. I don't want to call them boy band because I'm going to tell you a little bit of history about the fans. For BTS fans are notoriously known to be ruthless, unionized. I mean, if you were to call them the perfect groupies, I don't even want to say. You got to be super careful what you say with these groups. They will attack you in support and standing behind on what they believe, what they like, and that is the BTS group. They are crazy for that. I know that, I believe it was one of the very, I can't say his name, one of the very famous rappers. He just straight up said, don't like them. They're not my taste. They're not my cup of tea. He said everything valid. Well, not really valid. I can't really say valid because he literally even have a reason not to like them. I guess it just wasn't his cup of tea. But he said it in a very ruthless, inconsiderate way. And I'm talking about 24 hours. Within 24 hours, the BTS stans, the BTS fanatics just went in there and ripped him to shreds, man. It was insane. They got him saying that they got him apologizing. They got him apologizing the very next day, saying that next time he's gonna watch his mouth, how he's gonna say them. Anyways, that's how ruthless they are. I'm trying to portray. And so, with that being said, we have big news that BTS will be heading to the military to serve on their mandatory service for 2 years. Now they're in South Korea. And now, I believe in South Korea, you are mandatory. You have to serve in the military. Not like here in the U.S. where it's optional and, the military tries their damn hardest to recruit you with crazy incentives. But over there, no, you got no say. You are in, you have to serve. Only because, obviously, they have North Korea. And North Korea is literally their borderline threat. And so that's why every member there has to serve, just in case North Korea thinks that, their big cojones over there is trying to test them out. And so that's why. And so I know that BTS, they were able to get a little leniency with the government since they are global phenomenon. That is a fact. You can't deny that. And so with that, the government said, you know what? You can, serve in a later time. I believe it was 2 years. For 2 years, they postponed it. And so Jin, who is currently known, whose real name is Kim Seko Jin, which again, I am butchering that. Please, careful. BTS fanatics, don't chew me out. Um, he is heading to go ahead and enlist, and the 29-year-old plans to enlist soon as his solo project is rolled out later this month. And I know for a fact that some of these BTS members, they feel that they have, I believe they capped out with the group and they physically can't give any more or progress anymore or mature. That's what they usually, the term that they used it. They can't mature any further than what they give. I mean, these guys been at it for a very long time and they pour their heart, soul, and sweat into them. Like, I'm sounding like a crazy fan, but you have to give it to them. These guys are crazy fans, and we stand with them. I think this is their little slogan right here. This little, Jesus, I'm gonna get shut out for that too. Yeah, they are crazy union, but the 29-year-old plans to enlist as soon as his solo project is rolled out. So it looks like he's ready to go roll. He's ready to go solo. He is ready to go ahead and pretty much maybe call it in. That's it with the boy band, with the group band, and but there's nothing wrong with it. Just like One Direction, and I believe it was Backstreet Boys, and you can only go so far with these kind of groups in which you can only cap, you can only mature. And so it looks like it's time for them to go, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and so we wish them the best of luck. We wish you with my boy over there, Gene, and I guess the rest are going to be enrolling too soon, as soon as they come of age to enlist. Hey, but you never know. They might be over there, dancing their ass off. They're good dancers, that's for sure, in the battlefield against Camp. You know what? I feel like maybe North and South Korea should have like a dance battle. They will send in BTS, their best known defender of K-pop, against maybe Kim Jong-un's top leaders and dance it out. Winner takes all. Ain't no way South Korea is losing to them. So that'll be funny, that'll be sure. So that's interesting, how threat over there is that serious where not even the highest of the highest celebrities, it's like saying Kim Kardashian, like saying Dwayne The Rock Johnson has to serve, mandatory. That's crazy. We have that luxury where we can literally not worry about that. Counting down the days to our birthday until we have to literally go serve. And during these times, that's kind of weird. That's kind of tough right now, especially during these moments where anything can happen. So that's interesting for sure. Let me see if my headphones are working. I know they're having issues. Let me see. Test. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, well, that's crazy. Let me see if I hear echo. Yeah, there's an echo in here, which I do not like. Well, that's crazy. Let me see what's in the other list. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. Like, Kanye is going crazy right now. I'm not even going to get started on that. But there's something I do want to talk to. That's the Amouranth issue. Amouranth, I apologize if I butchered her name. Amouranth is a very popular Twitch streamer. And she does OnlyFans content. And she is one of the biggest Twitch streamers to known right now. And on Saturday, I believe she came out with a live stream in which she got a phone call in which her current, apparently husband, she didn't even expose that. She didn't let people know that she was married. She wanted to keep that private, I guess, or maybe just use her, just keep it private pretty much. Her husband called, and I guess it was just a regular old Saturday abusive day, where she usually normally gets these calls. But this time it was different. This time I feel like she had enough. She did not end her live stream. She knew she was live streaming, but she still picked up the phone, knowing the fact that as soon as she picks up the phone, this person on the other line will probably just start blabbering nonsense, start using horrible names, just trying to push her to this edge of emotional damage, in which he can then turn that into his version or paint it to whatever he wants. But this time it was crazy. She picked up the phone and he just started, doing crazy things, threatening animals. I guess she's a huge animal lover. Um, it just this husband was just being abusive, saying he's gonna throw away his clothing, he's gonna delete accounts, and apparently he's connected to her financial accounts, in which again she is probably the biggest breadwinner between them two. We don't know what he does, we don't know how he looks, we don't even know his name. All we know is that she is the biggest streamer. She does OnlyFans, and OnlyFans, let me tell you, people be making crazy money there. And so as soon as that she picked up the phone, this just started slurring out, and people were just going crazy. Obviously, you got those crazy people out there that don't understand or just never been on the other side of that coin, and they start blaming the women because why? Because she's an object. That's part of her job. But for those people, it's sad that they will always be around, and we can't let them be the biggest voice. We have to make sure that whoever is out there, we give them the support that they need. And luckily, she did have a lot of that for sure. She was able to go ahead and, end the stream, and hundreds and hundreds of people were reaching out to her other fellow streamers that know her personally to check up on her, send her, a wellness check with the police. Some have done that. And, during that time, the cops couldn't share any more information. Apparently, there was some kind of issues going on when they showed up. Luckily, everything's okay. I believe she popped up once again in the stream, and she verified that she's finally done. She's seeking legal help to get rid of this man. Even the guy, which is bullshit, admitted that he needs help and he's seeking help. He knows he's screwed. He knows he messed up. He knows there's probably people out there looking for him on the internet, trying to expose him. And honestly, I hope legally it goes horrible for him. Hopefully he gets divorced if they are married. Hopefully he has to realize, as soon as she's gone, who's going to make that kind of money he was used to, He's probably going to have to sell his feet too, So it's crazy. So I have here that the popular Twitch streamer, OnlyFans content creator Amouranth said that in an impassionate, tearful stream on Saturday that she's being manipulated and abused by her husband. Amouranth, whose real name is Caitlin, said that her husband, who was not named, has forced her to stream, threatened to hurt her dogs, and has taken control of her finances and bank accounts and social media accounts. So in that case, she says, quote, "I'm basically living a fantasy prison." A fancy prison. Not even a fantasy, a fancy prison. During the live stream. Yeah, Amouranth's stream has since been removed from Twitch, but clips have been shared widely on Twitter and YouTube. Amouranth shared close-up views of her phone displaying text messages thread that, her and her husband had been shared. And it's bad. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna tell you guys. It depicted messages of saying dumb fuck and incredible threats like, "I'm gonna dump your luggage. I'm gonna throw away all your merch off the balcony. I'm gonna delete your social media account." I mean, this is just crazy. Even financial threats, to kill her social media. Apparently has control of that too. I mean, it was just horrible. And apparently also got some kind of physical violence around the house, doorknobs being broken, other objects around the house. And honestly, guys, it's hard because you sometimes don't have the courage to speak up, have the courage to say something. It's just, people get kind of used to the abuse, which is horrible. So please, there is a national domestic hotline out there. It's in English and Spanish, and it has 200 other interpretations. So 1-800. Actually, it's 800-799-7233. I'm going to go ahead and post it real soon on the screen. And so it's just wow. It's just crazy how people just feel like it's normal. So let me go ahead and post this real quick to you guys, because I do have that power. Let me see. So please feel free to speak up. If you know somebody, just let them know that there is help. Let them know that, I always say behind every um, uncomfortable call, maybe conversation, there is progress, that's for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and share you guys that phone. It's down below. You can go and check it out. Feel free to call them, share it, and if there's help. So we know that Amouranth is seeking legal advice. We know for a fact that she is doing something out there to do, and so we are happy for her. I know there's fans out there that cheer her on, and we hope that things get better. That's for sure. I mean, it's not much we can say about it anymore, but whew, that's a big one. That's a tough one because me personally, it hit home. Knowing the fact that there are things that happened in my household before, and it's not easy. It takes a real play. Anyways, but let's at a lighter note, ladies and gentlemen, what would you do to get a little bit of a quote-unquote tasteful nude from Markiplier? If you don't know who Markiplier is one of the biggest YouTubers out there. He started doing gaming along with PewDiePie. You probably know that name. Jacksepticeye and other ones. He recently launched a podcast. So they wanted to see if they can reach the top of the Apple Podcast and Spotify. So what did they do? They promoted penis. That's right. Penis is what they are promoting. They're giving you fans a reward. Dick and balls is what they want to give you. That's right. Markiplier is promising to release nudes. Well, he said tasteful nudes. Whatever. Last time he did a tasteful nude calendar in which he did posted a calendar of, but it wasn't like revealing just be honest, dick. We wasn't showing anything like that, and it wasn't no penis. It was just like covering up like that, covering his privates, but you can see full on skin. So people are now craving for that Markiplier penis out there. And so he urged his fans that if he were to go ahead and hit #1 on the Apple Podcast and Spotify charts, that he will go ahead and make your wish come true and make a OnlyFans. And that's interesting, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? It is said he is making a OnlyFans. With that pretty much indicates, I guess, the fans really are interested into seeing that man's junk. Hey, I mean, whatever I guess gets the people going and whatever he's willing to do. And he did state, I do want to say that all proceeds will go to a charity. And so I guess there is a thing. This guy is rich. Let me tell you, this guy knows he's rich. And that's something cool that I admire about him. He admittedly says that he is just stupidly making too much money. Like, he tells people that this is not normal. No man should require this much money. And yeah, he's open about it. And I guess he just wants to reach potential, make it to the top up there. And it's not about the money for him. And so he's willing to go ahead and literally put his body out there. And so this is what he said. All right, I gotta make his voice. All right, because it's a very deep voice. All right, here's the deal. I will start OnlyFans if you meet my conditions. #1, listen to the podcast, which is called Distractable and Go. I guess that's what it's called. My favorites, I guess that's what it's called, Distractable. And #2, ensure this podcast hits #1 on both Apple Podcasts and Spotify simultaneously, dethroning the king of podcasts himself, Joe Rogan. That's just pretty interesting. We hope so. Again, it's gonna be interesting. He did it. And am I gonna be purchasing Markiplier's nudes? Honestly, you don't need to. Honestly, you literally don't need. This guy doesn't need the money, and they're gonna be probably out there in the internet. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever, and he knows that. But hey, it's fact that I'm looking at the Spotify charts. Distractable is on the top of the chart, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's pretty good. Production's pretty good. I was listening to it. Great people, great conversation. I mean, any topic can become a great topic if you have the right people. And also, he found some good ones. Great editing. Overall, it's a great podcast. I'm not gonna lie. But Joe Rogan's Joe Rogan. That guy is #1 for a reason. He's entertaining. He's usual. I mean, yeah, that's for sure. So that's something pretty cool. I am excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see him because I know he's doing other channels out there, and who knows? It could be interesting for a fact. Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. Kanye. Where do I even start with my boy Ye? This guy is just a hot mess right now. But this guy is so rich that he's going to go be looking out to purchasing a social media. If you guys don't recall, there is a social media that he's looking to buy. Let me see if I can find that. Parler. If you don't know what that is, it was banned because it was hosting crazy far rights. Not even far rights. I don't want to just make this political. It was just crazy people. Racist, anti-Semitics. I mean, it was just the worst of the worst scums that, pretty much Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everybody doesn't want to be associated with that kind of hateful speech. This is where you go. You go to Parler to get your whole, your message spread if you could. Google even banned the application being searched. That's how crazy this application is. And, the CEO literally just drove this freaking application to the ground. And apparently Kanye is trying to buy it and raise it from whatever dumpster fire is located right now. Kanye is special. He's over here sharing that the Jews was causing issues in the world, controlling social media, controlling the world pretty much. And he made a recent interview in which he admitted that there has been some people in his life that caused him personally damage that were of the Jewish religion. And therefore, in his mind, equals all Jewish are controlling, are horrible people and all that. And that is just not true. Kanye we're not doubting his creativity. We're not doubting his mastery in music, in the arts. This guy is, he has power. And honestly, like they say, a picture speaks 1,000 words. So does music, so does art. And so his art is undoubtedly connected to a lot of people. But yet he uses his fame to not control, that's the wrong word. Use it to convince others that he is correct. And sadly, we all know that is not correct. That what he is saying is not okay. He should not be sharing those kind of messages out there. Just because you're a specific religion, just because you are from a specific ethnicity as well, doesn't mean you are in those people that hurt others. And it's just horrible. This guy is just... The sad thing is that this guy doesn't want help. He's not looking for help. He solely thinks that he is okay mentally. He's okay physically. He has no problem at all just spreading this message. And no one wants to give him that kind of platform. And they shouldn't. Honestly, they shouldn't. They're doing a good job. Even though they're saying, it's my free speech. It's, my first religion. My First Amendment right to say whatever I want. But you got to understand that you're not just a regular person, Kanye, or Ye. You're not just a regular person. You are one of the greatest influencers out there. And your words do have power, and you have to take accountability and responsibility that even though you earn the power that you got, debatably, there are people out there that are willing to follow you, even if you, say some of the craziest things and say murder A, B, and C. People will do it because they believe in you that hard. So that is a responsibility for a fact that we need to acquire, that we need to understand. Whew, it's crazy. My boy Ye, you need help, my guy. Kanye's over here who, not even Twitter, bro. He's been banned on Twitter, Instagram. They're suspending him left and right for saying crazy things. You can't do that, my boy. So it is just a crazy, crazy train wreck. That is for a fact. Okay, so let's see what else we got on the agenda. BTS is good. Kanye is good. My boy Kanye, Amouranth, Markiplier. Well, yeah, that's pretty much almost it for today. Again, this is the very first episode live stream, and again, we want to go ahead and do more of these. We are going to be doing more of these. We are going to be recording tomorrow as well to do a pretty cool episode with Nancy the Rat. If you guys don't know her, go ahead and follow us on social media. That's Great Theory. You can go and listen to all our podcasts, catch up on all that is trending, catch up on all the stories. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And you do not want to miss out. But I'm going to be doing these once a week, going live, just giving you guys some updates, my thoughts. That's something I kind of want to do, share out there for a fact. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. And please reach out to my social media. I'm here for you guys. Have fun, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.